What's up, my veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another movie review. And today we are going to be reviewing um, Baby Driver. I am reviewing Baby Driver because I watched it earlier today, and I want to talk about it. That's pretty much it. Before we get into it, let's go ahead and read the synopsis. A talented getaway driver, Baby, relies uh, on on the beat of his own personal soundtrack, the best in the game. After meeting the woman, Cream, he has a chance to ditch his shady lifestyle and make a forced into working for a boss. Baby must face the music as a doomed ties threatens life, love, and freedom. That being said, um, going into this, I did not know what to expect. I've always heard really good things about this movie. That like, the fact that like this movie is really good, but it never seemed like something I'd enjoy. I didn't really think I'd have like really much interest in the film overall because it just didn't my speed, And for the most part, I was completely wrong. um, I I really enjoyed this movie a lot. Um, it's got a nice cast. The story is like super engaging and it's also pretty funny at points. I don't know if it's like meant to have it, like it has some comedy roots that I think is a really good thing. A casting I did not think to see in this movie was I didn't see any trailers or anything for this. I just heard a lot about it. I did not know Jamie Foxx in this movie, which was super interesting. Um, Overall, though, I think this movie, like action films aren't really my like your typical stereotypical like action films aren't normally my cup of tea. But I think this movie handles it in such a fun way and definitely um brings a fun look on the character writing. You really like the main character, especially after like you learn backstory and like what he wants to do to try to get out of this situation that he's in. Like you really want this guy to succeed in what he's doing. On him to want him to be able to get out of the situation that he's in, but when he's like, oh, he's not going to be able to because of this, that, and the other. It's like it's kind of like it's really easy to get invested in these characters, which is something this movie does extremely well. I think this movie does that. I think that's the movie's strong suit. I think is rooting for the main character. I think that's one of the best things about this movie. Definitely. Sometimes it's really hard to like make you. You have to do a really good job at like really making the audience like a character. Obviously, if you want to like the main character in any movie, pretty much. But here it's like you really like this dude. You understand where he's coming from. He's kind of awkward and everything, which, bro, I can relate. Um, and people kind of like look at you a little bit like, "What's your deal?" And I'm like, "Bro, relatable." But I have to get some negatives because I don't want to be overly positive about the movie. If I had to say any negatives, I think like the movie has too many um, climaxes. Like it feels like the movie's gonna end at multiple points. Like, oh, okay, so we're done here. No, we're still going. Okay, okay, now we're done. No, there's still like another like 10 minutes. Okay, but that's mainly my only criticism I have. It is a very good movie. Um, I don't have much flaws to point. The character acting in this is really good. Character name Buddy. Um, in this movie played by Joe Ham. I said that right. Um, he did a really good job. And I think uh, I think he does a really good job writing and everything. Sorry. I'm sorry. I was looking at something. I don't know where that came from. I think he had some good like character in this. I don't know. Sorry, my mind is blanking. Character Buddy had a really good character arc growth. The way he handled his character was really well done. That's what I mean. I should probably talk about the director a little bit. Edgar Wright, which Edgar Wright, I know he's done a lot of stuff. Like looking at some of his uh filmography. Um, he was he directed Last Night in Soho, which was awesome. He was a screenwriter on Ant-Man. Uh, this he apparently was a screenwriter on The Adventures of Tintin, which I have not seen. Uh, he was the director of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World and Shaun of the Dead, are the stuff I recognize. Um, and he's a pretty good filmmaker, I'd say. Um, I think the way the movie is handled and everything is, I think the movie is overall just a fun time. And like it really gets you with some of these dramatic moments where you're like, oh, I want this to work out, this, that, and the other, and it's like it's a fun action film too. Action sequences, there's a chase scene in it that's like, and like when moments happen that are just like, oh crap, that just happened. You're like, oh crap, that just happened. Like it's one of those movies where like you're engaged pretty much the entire time. Even the small character moments. There's a character in the movie that is deaf. That is like his foster father, and just their interactions is super wholesome and everything. I think. Oh, and the love interest. I think she very entertaining when she's on screen. On screen, I feel like they do pretty good with the chemistry there. Maybe you could have had a little bit more of her in the movie, but I think what we had from her was pretty good. Critics give this movie a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes, and audiences give it an 86. And me personally, I'm gonna give this a very high 4.5 out of 5. I think this movie was really good, and I think a lot of people, if they haven't seen it, definitely go check it out. I am so upset at myself it took me this long because I enjoyed it a lot, and I thought it was super entertaining. Um, and apparently, a few years ago, a sequel was greenlit. I don't know where we are on that currently. We get some info on that. I don't know if I need a sequel to Baby Driver, but if we're gonna get one, I'd like to know more info on it. But what do you guys think of Baby Driver? I know this is a little out of the blue review, um, but I wanted to talk about it, and I thought it would be a good for today's video. But thank you guys so much for watching this review. Let me know if anything you want me to review in the future. I'll try to get something else besides reviews up. I know I've been mostly reviewing stuff lately. I'm gonna try to get you guys some like gameplays or reactions up soon, so keep an eye out, that kind of stuff, guys. But that's all I've got to say for this video. If you guys liked it, you guys know the drill. I want to remind you guys real quick about if you want to get you some dubby, the link in the description and help support the channel. And also there's merch down there and a whole bunch of other stuff that you can support and everything. You can join the Discord server, everything else. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.